Patrick Ssesaazi is my name. I'm the implementation lead for medical drones at IDI and Makerere University. This has been a project of 3 phases. We had phase 1 that was to do with feasibility studies, and then phase 2 was a non-randomized pilot study, the one we've been doing, and now phase 3 we've gone on to the clinical trial, the real randomized control trial. So for phase 2, this is the drone we've been using, and then for phase 3, we are going on to VTOLs like the ones I showed you in the picture. So for this how operations have been. So the piece of cloth you see here is a landing tag with a QR code. So when the drone reaches the landing site, so we've been delivering drugs directly to patients. So they will get a football pitch, put this piece of cloth with the QR code. So when the drone approaches the landing site or the island, it will look for where this piece of cloth has been placed, like where this QR coded mat has been placed, and it will land exactly where this piece of cloth is. We've trained local peers or VHTs to offload the drone. So they will offload the drugs that are into the drone. So when you look closely into it, you'll see the cargo box we've designed this way. You see it has 7 spaces for the drugs. So we are operating under Ministry of Health differentiated service delivery models. So as a way of decongesting health facilities, Ministry of Health came up with differentiated service delivery models. So currently we have 5, and the 6th one has come up, the one to do with pharmacies, where people get drugs from pharmacies. So the one where we're operating is called CCLAD, Community Client-Led Art Delivery. So people that are on art form groups of 7 people. Then one person in each group, like they choose a group leader. Then the group leader picks drugs on behalf of other people. So we designed the drone to carry 7 at a time, but it does it faster. That it drops for the first group, then comes back in a short period of time, drops for the second, for the third, like that, so that all groups are complete at that island. Yeah. So when it lands, the VHT will unpack drugs from the drone, then close the lid, and then alert us that they are done with picking drugs. Then the drone takes off and returns to the health facility where the drugs are coming from. So we've been delivering drugs from the health facility directly to the patients at the respective landing sites. So in the pilot non-randomized control, we've been doing 6 islands. So we are now going to cover the whole of Kalangala in the RCT for all the islands in Kalangala. When we're moving into a clinical trial, we're coming up with a bigger drone, and we're moving on to VTOLs, which is vertical takeoff and landing. So these will have a payload of 10 kilograms and can go up to 300 kilometers, or even 150 with landing and then coming back, which is quite impressive, and it's out of the research that IDEA and Makerere have been doing regarding drones. So the benefits this project is bringing about, like from the phase 2, we've seen that there is improved retention of clients, because clients no longer have to sit on the canoes to go to the health facility to pick up their medication. We're delivering the medication directly to them. Then secondly, there's improved also adherence, because now the clients are getting their drugs in time. And also we've set up the weather stations, which are also being used by Uganda National Meteorological Authority to do weather forecasts, especially in Kalangala and areas near Kalangala. The challenges we've seen is that technology is rapidly evolving and not off the shelf. You cannot just go and buy a cargo drone. So you have to buy a commercial drone and then modify for cargo, as you see that we've modified it to carry with the cargo box on top. But the good thing is that with the new drone that we're coming with, we are going to be, we've sat down, did research, and then we've tailored it to suit our environment. So it will be big enough, it carries 10 kilograms and also goes all the distance. So that's how we'll be able to cover Kalangala. Then regarding weather, somebody asked a challenge regarding weather. So we have weather stations, but also our drones are weatherproof. So the weather, but we can't fly in the rain. We don't want to take the risk. So we'll use weather stations to gauge the wind and the rain. With the birds, like you see, this drone has 6-dimensional sensing. It has around 13 cameras. So once it encounters a bird in its flight path, it will always hover, what we call like remaining in one position, then fly to a little bit higher altitude, then continue for 30 seconds and then return to the main flight path, and then it continues to deliver. So that's how we've been able to manage birds. And also the way the propellers spin, they have a lot of noise, so that scares the birds away. So we've not had a collision with birds. So we do as many flights as possible, because mainly our flights are between 5 minutes to 10 minutes. So we have different sets of batteries. So once the drone returns, we pick out the set of battery and then recharge and then send it over. So we have different sets that are always on waiting. So in a day, we can do more than 20 or 30 flights, because they are always short. The drone runs faster. Then government will come in after the clinical trial we're doing. So the main reason why clinical trials are done is to have better informed decision. Like we do research and do it better, so that we see how the information gained from them can be used. So the reason we're doing a clinical trial is, want to see the cost effectiveness of using drones, because someone can argue that, what if I put all that maybe medicine into a boat and just send it? So what are drones cost effective? Are they cheap? And then what advantage do drones have over traditional means of transport? So that, and also patient outcomes like retention and adherence and viral load suppression. We will also be looking at that. So after the clinical trial, and we have information from the clinical trial, then government will analyze the information and see, can we adopt drones? Because we still have island communities like Buvuma, Namayingo, that also still face the same challenges like Kalangala. So could we now transfer what we've done in Kalangala to Namayingo or to Buvuma? That will be out of the results from the clinical trial.